Exposing Salesforce as REST API using data fins in seconds. Accessing Salesforce has numerous benefits such as easy integration with other systems, data sharing, automation, improved customer experience, scalability, and flexibility. Some of the common use cases were accessing Salesforce as REST API, integration, custom application, automation, mobile application, real-time data sync. Now let's log in data fins, use AI cognitive guidance to create connection in REST API. As a first step, create Salesforce connection. Pick Salesforce from the connection type. We can make use of Azure Key Vault or AWS Secrets Manager to retrieve credentials. We don't need to give client ID and secret if the expected operation is just read. As for this demo, we are going to see in this demo as add, update, delete, and read with Salesforce. Now, let's create API Publisher by providing the name, connection, and pick the object. Once it's been saved, we can create various endpoints to various actions on this object. We will create first endpoint which insert the data to account object. Type of operation is post. Select the fields for which the data will be passed through REST API to insert. Let's create an endpoint to read data from Salesforce without any filter. Let's create an endpoint to read data from Salesforce with some filter. Let's create an endpoint to update state based on the ID. The API operation will be patch. Endpoint to delete record based on the ID. The API operation will be delete. Now that we have created endpoints to all the operation on the Salesforce object, as a next step, we need to set up authentication, limits, and IP whitelisting. Use the documentation set up these and pick the endpoints we just created. Generate the Swagger, and this Swagger link can be shared with team who will be accessing these APIs. Now let's validate these API using Swagger, and later we will be using Postman to validate the API. This API will add name and city and account object of Salesforce. As you can see, before the execution of API, we don't have the new records. Execute the post API and check the data in Salesforce. Great! New records are in Salesforce. Execute Get API to pull all the records from Salesforce. Please make sure you set the limit and offset while reading the data. Execute Get API to pull all the records from Salesforce with filter. Execute Patch API to update the data in Salesforce. Refresh in Salesforce to view updated data. Even we can delete the record from Salesforce. The deleted record won't show in Salesforce. Usage section provides the information about API execution. Data fins will allow API can be stopped any point of time. This on and off option can be scheduled. Now we will look. All the same calls from Postman. Post for insert. Get for read. Patch for update. And delete to remove record. Data Fins provides a no-obligation 14-day free trial. Please try it out and let us know. I hope this demo helps you address your use case.